This is an adult channel.
In this video, we'll be taking a look at the USS Excelsior from Star Trek 6. That was the Voyage Home, right? No, that was the Undiscovered Country. This is the XL edition from Eaglemoss. We'll also be doing a comparison to other Excelsiors that have been made. And that's what she looks like in the box. Pretty sharp. Now, to start with, it's NCC 2000. Now, I don't know the differences between each movie, other than I know the Excelsior in, what was it? The Voyage Home? It was NX 2000 instead of NCC. And then, of course, we've got the Enterprise B, which is based on the Excelsior, which is quite a bit different than the Excelsior, but is based on the Excelsior. So this is the XL edition, and as you can see, we got some nice Aztecing going on here. And I'll have to move this box. According to Colin Mary's Wikiband site, this is issue 15, and the scale right there is 1/1736. 1/1736. In universe length is 467 meters. I don't check his math anymore because he is really accurate. So we got the box out of the way, so maybe it'll focus better. Now the Aztec on the dish saucer section is like a gray. And then we have a blue right up here. And no, it's mostly gray, but there is some blue in there. Can you tell the difference? Some of the Aztecing is blue, some of it's gray. Of course, the nav lights are painted on. That's green, and that's red. I don't know how accurate this is, but it's supposed to be Star Trek 6. And then we have, if you look right there, we have some little black windows, it looks like. And it also looks like we have a piece of styrofoam right there. There, that's gone. Now this here is not a piece of styrofoam. That's probably a nav light. The nacelles are a blue-green. They're translucent. And even down the sides, this long piece here is translucent. And we have some more styrofoam. I thought I got it all off, but it just I keep finding pieces. And of course, they have the nice pennant right there. And this is not styrofoam, that is another nav light, I'm sure. And this is a blue translucent dish right there. That is the deflector dish, I believe. A lot of people think that the deflector dishes on Star Trek starships are communications, but they're not. They're for deflecting. The communications array is right up here, I do believe, and then they're usually right here. The center part is usually a planetary sensor, but you know they change things. This side looks nice, and again on the side and right up here, the nacelles and the rest of the Aztecing is blue and gray on this model. This model is heavy in the front. It feels like this is all die-cast metal, and then most of this back here is plastic. So this is heavy in the front. It could be, and there's more styrofoam, easily dropped. Then we have some detail there on the aft. I don't know what those are. I know in here there were some greeblies. I can't remember the name of the greeblies. They're from a model kit, but it's not very detailed in there like it should be. It should be more detailed than that. There's a lot going on in there on the actual filming models. This is a blue-gray, these wide painted areas. The paint app on this ship is actually absolutely great. It's fantastic. And the Energizer crystals are painted gold, it looks like. Yeah, I wonder how this will display in the holder, in the stand. It's so front heavy. But a lot of times they'll put the hooks on the stands right here, which is good. This is black. Of course, photon torpedoes come out of here, and I guess they come out of there too. I'm not really sure. And phasers come out of here, I do believe. I think there should be this should be open right here, but it's not, because I built this model before, the model kit. But if I remember correctly, this ship was supposed to be ugly. They designed it to be ugly at the end of the voyage home. But when I first saw it, I was in the movie theater. I thought, oh my God, that's a beautiful ship. I still think the Excelsior is a beautiful ship. Absolutely beautiful. I think my very favorite part of this ship is the shape of the hull in the front there, around the deflector dish. It looks naval to me, for the Navy, not a naval. So, what I say, 1/1736? Was that right? It's a nice model. I'll get the stand. I used to put hot glue in the stands, and I don't anymore because I use super glue now because I'm never taking the stand apart. I'm never going to do that. So, hot glue, I like to use hot glue on certain things so I don't damage them, because hot glue is not very damaging. But yeah, I'm going to use super glue from now on. It sits in the stand really nice. Doesn't feel like it's going to fall out. So let's do some comparisons. And what we have here is the Diamond Select NCC 2000 Excelsior with Captain Sulu's voice in it. So this would be from the same movie. So we'll take a look at it. Now, I got to admit, I don't know what's super accurate about these, because I just haven't done that much research and watched the movies that many times. But you can tell right away now that these nacelles back here are a blue-green, and these are just blue. They're just a blue. And of course, the Diamond Select, it has very little Aztecing on it. There's really not really any Aztecing, but there's a fix for that. Now you can see right here, there seems to be some sort of Aztecing going on right here inside these yellow lines. I don't know what's going on with that. Of course, this one's electronic, has lights. Look back here where we saw the windows earlier. The paint app is off on that. I think it is. I mean, they're going at an angle there. The ones in front look okay. And of course, we have some detail work in this paint job where there is none right here on that gray area on the back of the Excelsior. There's no Aztecing, but there is on the Diamond Select. Crazy. These Diamond Select would be nearly perfect if they would just had some flashing nav lights and some lights on the inside. But you press the button and you can hear Sulu. Now you hold the button down for a few seconds. Oh yeah, there they are. Sorry about that. I gotta say, I love it. I love it. The energizers light up. The nacelle lights up. Let's turn this light out right here. And this is going to turn into a review of this ship too, isn't it? So the nacelles light up, the energizers light up, and then the deflector dish. And the deflector dish on this, turn it off, is more detailed on the Diamond Select. And it is bigger. It is a bigger ship. And like I said, I haven't done a lot of research on this because, I love this design. It's just not my favorite. I just haven't gotten deep into it. And then we have some detail work right here. And the details are a little bit softer on the Eaglemoss. And of course, inside there, we have a lot more detail on the Diamond Select. Let's try to get this stupid there. But I still don't think that's right. There's a huge amount of detail supposed to be in there. Of course, you have, they got smart. This is a screw cover right here. And that's what Tommy's going to do with their 1350 refit. But you still have screw hole covers here. All that stuff can be addressed, and I might do that one of these days. Now you notice some Aztecing right here. And none on that gray area. This is blue. None on the, that's so bizarre. They did all the good Aztecing on the white area, but not on the gray. That's just bizarre to me. And this part right here, there's some paint detail, and there's not on this. We got 4 orange boxes, and these are yellow on here, and they're in a different place. The phasers and the planetary sensors are different. You can see how different they are. This one's got dimples on it, square raised areas. There's Aztecing in there in this channel, but Eaglemoss didn't do it. They didn't put any Aztecing in the gray areas for some reason. This is not black. This is like a gunmetal gray, and there's some detail right there. I don't know what's going on with that. You see that? Those inserts there. These are silver. On here they were black. You can see that there's a blue area right here on the impulse engines, and on the Eaglemoss there is none. On the Diamond Select we have this red pinstripe, and there is none on the Eaglemoss. On the Eaglemoss the windows are white, they're black. On the Diamond Select, there's quite a bit of difference between these two. Look at the paint detail right here, right in here. Those angled paint, they're completely different. It makes you wonder what they looked off of to do this. Even back here, look at the nacelle. Now look at this one. This one's got an extra piece right there. See that fin? There is none on this. Okay, I think that's enough for comparison. I have the model kit, and it's an unbuilt one, but we can look at the details on it. Here's my model kit. It's 1/1000 scale, and we'll take look at some of the parts on it. Now, just because it's in a model kit doesn't mean it's going to be super accurate. I learned my lesson on these. But look at the nacelle. On this model kit, nacelle, there's a fin there. So I'm going to have to look at the movie and see how accurate that is. Here's the detail that's on the inside, back here. It's different too. It's completely different. Here's the bottom of the model kit's saucer, and look, it has, these are trapezoids, not really squares, but this is closer to the Diamond Select for some reason. And here's the top of the saucer section. You can see that there's some texture there, and that looks pretty close. What about this Eaglemoss? The energizers on the Eaglemoss for some reason are not that detailed. Just painted in gold. And here is the dish, the deflector dish on the model kit. You can see it has little spokes in it. That almost looks like Yamaguchi a little bit. And that looks a lot like the Diamond Select. Let's see what was this on the inside. But this is such a smaller model. Oh, it's got the spokes also. Yeah, so we're good to go on the deflector dish, it looks like. I'm not sure about the color though. I'm pretty sure it's blue. Let's see. So we might as well look at the original, the NX 2000 by Diamond Select. And it has fins on it too. But the Sulu's Excelsior does not have fins on it. What's going on? What's going on, Diamond Select? So we got some fins going on there. And of course, if you've seen this ship, it's only got, this is the NX. So it's got the voices of what was his name? Oh dang it, Captain, it wasn't Harriman, was it? Anyway, I love that this lights up. But of course, Diamond Select, since the engines did not light up in the movie when he took off after Kirk and crew, well, they didn't light theirs up either. So all we got that lights up is the one energizer, the windows back here, which that's cool. I like that. I like that part of the design. And of course, we have the reflector dish.
Stand by, tractor beam.
And I don't know if you want me to go into a close look at this one or not. These toy manufacturers and model makers, companies, they will take shortcuts and they'll reuse parts if they can. We can see that the paint job is nearly identical on the dish, on the saucer. I'm sorry. It's identical right here on the flat part, and of course the back is different because it was different in the movie. So I'm betting that, yeah, they're identical on the bottom too. I'm betting that, except for the decal, I'm betting that all they did to save money was make it identical and then change the mold slightly. And of course, they didn't put lights in here. Now, this nacelle is slightly different because it's got a fin, and this edge here is, for some reason, looks different. But I don't think it is. It's not. Yeah, that's the same nacelle as this, except this one has the NX has a fin, and that looks like they're the same nacelle other than that, which is really weird. But I don't know why they did it to save money. But these Diamond Selects are 1/1000 scale, and so is the model kit. So you know what I could do? Look at that. So I'm slightly impressed that their 1/1000 scales match, because it's easy for these companies to get it wrong. But yeah, check it out. I could take the model kit myself and put it on here and put lights in it. So, and I'd have a lit up NX 2000. Yeah, here's the right side. I had the wrong size. See, this side has the fin sticking out. That would go right on there. There's slight differences, but I'm not going to get that deep into it. I might just do that. I might just take this model kit and put light up nacelles on this NX 2000. This video's turned into a Diamond Select video too, hasn't it? So I wanted to take a look at the Enterprise B real quick too. The Enterprise B, of course, is the Excelsior, but with extra crap added to it. And I think they ruined it when I gotta take the stand out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I think they ruined the Excelsior class Enterprise B by adding a bunch of crap to it. They added this fin up here. They added a fin up here, and then they added these shapes here on the hull, and I hate it. And then they moved they added more impulse engines for some reason, and these impulse engines blow right back on the nacelle. That doesn't make any sense to me. When I doodle and I want to draw my own starship, I try to make sure that the impulse engines don't hit the nacelles. I think that's the reason. Like the original series Enterprise, the impulse engine was back here between the two nacelles, because there's probably some hot crap coming out of there. So there's probably some hot shit, some exhaust coming out of there. So I don't know why they added those. I heard rumors. I don't know for sure that they wanted to make it look more naval, and they wanted to differentiate between the Excelsior, which for some reason they thought it was a flop. I don't know. I mean, I love Generations, the movie, so I'm going to keep this. But this is the only Enterprise B that I'm going to keep, is this Diamond Select, because it's my favorite scale, 1/1000. And as you can see, it's the Excelsior. I'm looking at it now. Now there are some differences. Right here's there's some detail missing here on the Enterprise B. It's got two energizers, of course. It's got two energizers, but they've changed the detail, and I don't know how accurate that is, because I don't have an Enterprise B model kit, and I don't have XL Eaglemoss Enterprise B either. I'm not going to buy it. But as you can see, it's the Excelsior. They just added the crap that they added for the movie. Now the detail, like I said, is different here. This is a gray stripe and a blue stripe there. The color is a light green instead of a blue, and they've got this shape here that's different. Which I built this model kit. It's 1/2500 in a contest. It was a speed contest, and so it's not very good, because there's a bunch of models you had to build real fast. And this was one of them. And as you can see, it has the 21-2500 model does have those little squares, and it looks like they got rid of these fins right here. Yeah. But I didn't get too detailed with the little decals and stuff on this, so don't laugh, okay? But I did go with greenish blue. There's blue with green on top. So back when I built this, I must have remembered something about the movie. But anyway, this is yeah, everything's the same. The paint is a little bit different. This is a faded looking paint. Of course, these look cool lit up, but they're blowing back on the dang nacelles. But everything, the bridge is the same. There's a lot of stuff that's the same, because it is the Excelsior that's been a bunch of crap added to it. And then the paint back here is different, as you can see. This dish is smaller. Look at the size of this dish. I'll try to turn this light on so you can see it. This dish is bigger than this dish. I like a big deflector dish. I like a big deflector dish. This all looks the same. The dish is smaller, the paint apps are different. Inside here, it's the same. Now, they didn't paint, on Enterprise B, they didn't paint this part right here a bronze color like they did this. So there are some different paint apps. So there's your Enterprise B compared to each other for Diamond Select. Like I said, I'm not going to buy the Eaglemoss. I'm not going to buy the Eaglemoss Enterprise B. I just never did want it. Oh yeah. I also have. This is a Hot Wheels. This is the Hot Wheels Excelsior because, look, I covered this in a video a long time ago. The Excelsior Hot Wheels is damn near 1/2500 scale, and at that time back then they didn't make a 1/2500 Excelsior. They just did it all Enterprises. I think this is an Enterprise set. So I bought this Hot Wheels, and it goes in really good, really good with the 1/2500 scale. And you notice the Hot Wheels has fins back here too. Yep. So I think Diamond Select messed up. I could press the button. That's John Harriman. Okay. And the captain of the NX 2000. I forgot his name.
It wouldn't be the Enterprise. I was with the helm.
Sounds good.
Captain, I'd be honored if you wanted to get on the way.
I did enjoy that movie.
Take us out. Picking up a distress call, Captain.
One more Excelsior class ship, and that is the Playmates. I've got the Playmates ship, and it's bigger. It's I think it's a little bit bigger than 1000, but not much. And I love the Playmates ships. Of course, this is the Enterprise B. What they did with this, let's press the button. It's the wrong color. What they did with this is there's 4 buttons. So what they did with this is, if I remember correctly, they basically just used the same ship and it called it Excelsior. They put a different sticker on there. This one doesn't have stickers. I don't remember what happened. I've had this for so long. I think I took them off. I was going to put water slides on. But that's before Diamond Select came out with their awesome ships. So, of course, it's got fins on it too back here in the back. So that's no problem. I can put the 3D print some fins. Look how thick those nacelles or those pylons are. Of course, with the Playmates, you didn't get much paint detail. That looks pretty cool back there, and you can't hardly see anything in there, but it is detailed. That's pretty good detail for something you're not going to see. Of course, the stand comes out, and then I always put the spare stand in case I wanted to hang it on my ceiling or something. I put it on the bottom of the stand so I wouldn't lose it. These Playmates are pretty bad as far as accuracy, but they were stout as hell, and that's all you could get at the time. And I have some nostalgia about these old ships. I've got them all. I've got all of the Playmate ships. DS9, all of them. I love them. But this is, the Enterprise B is probably my least favorite design of all Star Trek ships, honestly. Except for maybe Discovery. But, yeah. I don't have the Hallmark. I think they are coming out with a Hallmark Excelsior. Or maybe they have. I just haven't gotten it yet. I'll probably get that because I like the lights. Okay, well that's my review of the Excelsior. Set this Hot Wheels beside it. See, the Hot Wheels is more blue. This is interesting with these toy. These aren't toys. The Diamond Select and the Eaglemoss are not toys, but these Hot Wheels could be classified as toys. Playmates are definitely a toy. But yeah, of course, this being a factory-made toy, there's not going to, and it wasn't a high-end collectible. You can see the seams right there. This was a high-end collectible, so don't expect too much. Even though I think this is an older model kit. I think they got Aztec decals for everything nowadays. You can buy them. You can put Aztec decals on this, and it would look a lot better and more accurate. This ship didn't even come with that much decals in the first place. Back then, you had to paint your own Aztec. So, do I recommend this? Well, yeah, but I don't like the size of it. It could be bigger. It's 1/1736, so it's not going to fit in with a whole lot of different things. Model kits are 1/1400. There are some 1/1500 Eaglemoss kits, but they made these in box size. That's what they call it, box size. So they decided how big the box they wanted the XLs to be, and they made the ship fit. But it's heavy. I like it. It's missing some details. His name was Captain Styles, and this is, yeah, there's definitely fin there. It was equipped with several torpedo launchers, including 2 in the neck section and 2 lower down on either side of the deflector dish.